Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. So the day is an exciting day because I'm going to be installing the WOLFBOX G840S. So this isn't a sponsor, I bought this with my own money, and this was something that I picked up pretty early because with the long wheelbase, and again before we had windows, I couldn't judge how far back I was when I was reversing. Just to put it into context, if this was the back wheel, this symbol here, I would still have this much length to go back. So when you're trying to park it in places like Tesco and there's bollards or trolleys and stuff like that, you can't see a thing. You can use it as a reverse mirror, but it is a digital display, and in the front here, as you can see, that's a front facing camera, and they also supply a reversing camera as well. So for CarPlay and stuff, I'm going to install the CarPod Go, the one that I've got here, and that does have a reversing camera as well. But the problem is, I've watched a lot of videos on how to put a reversing camera in and splice the wire in with the reversing light and stuff, and I'll be honest, I don't feel confident doing that. And while I was thinking all that, I just kept seeing WOLFBOX everywhere. You've probably seen them yourself, and you don't have to hardwire this into the reversing light. This basically has onboard recording, so it's recording the front and the back, so it's a front and rear dash cam. The fact that it does it all in one was what basically brought me to it. Let's get to installing it. So straight away you're going to notice a very fundamental flaw in my plan here. We don't have a reversing mirror, which is what this is for. So basically what we're going to do is stick this on the window, and then we'll put the WOLFBOX on top of it. So it does have like a wee clamp that basically pulls it in. So maybe about, it should just sit like that once we get the straps for it. Everything's all packaged quite nicely as well. 1080p rear camera, power cable, and then we get a wee box with rubber straps, the GPS, adhesive, a tool and some accessories. So we'll dig into them. So when it comes to the GPS and stuff like that, I'm not really bothered about that because again I'm going to be using the CarPod Go. So I think for the GPS you do need a hard wire going through a fuse, an active fuse. I don't think I'll be installing the GPS. So the mirror is quite small, so we'll try the small ones first. And then all you want to do is just hang the clips over like that. And you can still adjust it as well, just moving the other one. So obviously up the top we've got the memory card, we've got the power, and one of these will be the GPS and the other will be the reversing camera. We'll get it plugged in first and then we'll worry about cable management later. It's so satisfying. Hey, we can see. So I thought I put it up too high because I was like, you can't really see the road or the bonnet, but check this. You can actually move it so that you can change the angle up and down. So I will get into all the features because you can see there's quite a lot of features on this, and it is very responsive as well. But the main thing I want to get set up is a reverse camera. Let's just plug it in and make sure we're getting a picture first of all. So as you can see, it is a nice length of cable. I'm just hoping that because we are a long wheelbase or extra long wheelbase, it is going to fit. You can see on the right hand side we now have the reversing camera, not plugged into the reversing light, but just working as a standalone camera. And if we swipe again, we get the full screen. So I do still have the protective cover on it because we still need to install it. Even with the cover on it, look at the quality of the picture. Don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. So with the rear camera, check this. We can still adjust the height, and that's what I wanted. How cool is that? So that's a massive result straight away. The fact we can use this without needing to hardwire the red wiring. So I think with this wire, because it isn't needed, I might just crimp it down here and then just put black tape around it. So in order to install it on this van, we are going to need to do a few things. So with Renault Trafics, you can get reversing lights with the camera in here, and they look something like this. But again, you have to hardwire that into the reverse light. For this install, I'm going to take this down and we're going to connect it under here. So we're going to drill a hole through here and bring the cable through and screw it into the bottom of here. Bring the wire through and then up through this tubing in here, and then straight into the cab, up and all the way to the front. And don't worry, if you've got a traffic and you're thinking about doing the same thing as well, I'm going to show you all the steps, how to take that piece of trim off and how to install it yourself, so let's do it. First thing we want to do is take this insulation out. So to get the plastic trim out, we need to take these 3 bolts off, and these clips are just on the other side of the plastic. You don't need to worry about snapping them or anything. And then just bring the plastic out like that. God, it's dirty under there. We are going to need to drill a hole through the door somewhere and then basically just coat it in a bit of rust primer. We just need to find where we want to put the hole now, and I think I'm going to just put it somewhere in the middle. So we basically need to drill a hole big enough that we can get this through. So just a piece of advice with the camera, and you're going to drill your hole, this can come out, so I've drilled a bigger hole than I had to, but that is what it is. So the way the camera is going to go is pretty much facing like that. All we do is just feed the wire through it. And with the bracket, we then screw into the plastic. So I might put another wee screw in here just to really lock it in. As far as the other side, as you can see, it's just a tiny wee gap. I will put some silicone in this flat bit here, meander it, and then through the hole. So let's get a fit check. As you can see, we've got a nice clearance coming through from that massive hole that I've made. First we'll treat that bit of metal, let it dry, put the other screw in there, and then we'll move on to doing all the cabling. So this should just pry out like that. So my idea was to try and have the wire inside here, because I thought this would be able to come apart, but there isn't anywhere that I can see. I mean, this is taped up, so I mean we could untape that, because there is a lot of space in behind this. To get this out, we need to undo the screw there. There's one just underneath it in there and one down there. We've now got it connected, so let me show you how I did it. As you can see, the wire is now in the van, and I had to cut a wee hole in the side here. As you can see, it's on the underside, so we will tape that up. We're going to tape it up all the way around, and I drilled a small hole in there. I didn't want to start cutting holes in this because I just don't want to risk damaging any wires, but I will put a wee grommet in there and we will tape that up. So then the wire then comes in through the door. We need to tape that red wire up as well, and it's coming through here all the way down to the door. Cable tie it down. Just to keep everything nice and neat. So wires in place, now all we need to do is just run it across the full length of the van. Getting a wee bit worried that there might not be enough cable. Probably should have checked that before we started drilling holes and stuff into the van. And the good thing as well is they do give you a wee tool so you can push it in behind the trim. Oh, this is going to be tight. I think we're going to make it. With room to spare, look at that. The reversing camera is in, so let's try and find somewhere for this cable to go. So I think we're going to need to run it the same way, down the side of the channel, round and under. Sometimes out doing myself check this install. How clean does this look? As you can see, we've got the wires up here all hidden out the way, and then down here we've just got the one 12-volt plug and the wire going along here, but oh, you can't see it, so it's right up a channel in there. And as you can see at the side, we've got it coming out and going away into the pillar there, and the rubber gasket is what's keeping it nice and tight. How clean is that? Let's see if it's working. And as you can see, camera sitting right there. So let's take the cover off it. We now have a front and rear dash cam as well as a reverse camera. Check this. So you can see we've got our normal mode, which is given as the front. We've got the date and time. I haven't went in and reset that yet, but it's just to give you an overview. Currently it's saying we've got 4K and 1080p cameras, and if we swipe, you'll see we get two different cameras. So we get the front and the back, and if we swipe again, we'll get the reverse camera. And look at this, you can put it up and down as well. How cool is that? So if you press it, you will get like a wee menu. You can take a picture, like that, cycle through the different modes with that button, and then you've got your brightness, so it's at max brightness. You've got record, stop record. You see up there, that's your signal that it's starting to record. So if you don't like hearing the buttons and stuff, you can go up here and mute it so you don't hear any prompts. So we've got different resolutions, so you can choose 4K 30, 1080 30. You can record the sound in the cab. You've got loop recording, so you can do it every minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We've got G sensor, so basically we'll start recording if it senses any movement or hitting the van. We've got a fatigue reminder. We've got reversing line. But there's just tons and tons of settings. So although I've went in and changed the reversing lines, we won't get these because we haven't plugged it in to the reverse light. So these won't come on when we reverse, and we can also angle the front as well. This is going to make reversing so much easier now. So guys, there you have it. We've now installed the WOLFBOX G840S as our dash cam, rear dash cam, and a reversing camera. That reversing camera is going to help so much, especially when you're going to supermarkets or you're just getting into tight parking areas. You can see exactly how much distance you've got, so you don't ram it in at the back end. But again, this wasn't sponsored, I bought this myself. I know there is a G900, which is supposed to be more responsive, blah, 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 but see, if I'm being honest, you've seen how well that one does, and you get the reverse camera with it. You don't need to hardwire it into your car. For all the effort that I've took to channel it all the way through into the back door, you may as well patching it into the reversing light, which is fair to say, but I don't know what wire it is for the reversing light, and yes, I could use a multimeter tool and all the rest of it, but I just prefer a simple setup. So all I need to do is just tape this wire to this hose, cover that hole up, and it's done. So guys, that's going to cover it for this episode. If you did go and enjoy the episode, why not drop a wee like and let me know in the comments, and let me know what you thought of the WOLFBOX G840S. No doubt if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're just going to get flooded with these ads now because you've seen this video. So it is actually a cracking piece of kit, especially if you don't have a way to see out the back in a van like this. But guys, if you do want to keep up with the rest of the build and you want to see what's coming next, be sure to get subscribed and hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. No clickbait, no rage bait. I've 110% f***ed up. Over the past couple of weeks I haven't been well. I was just trying to plough through, and I was like, right, you know what, I've got all these episodes in the bag, I'm just going to edit them and just get them out, and then hopefully by the time these episodes come out, I'll be well enough to go and do new episodes. And the folder to get these episodes, I've deleted it. It has gotten that I lost the footage for this.